Welcome, everyone. We are getting ready for Group 1, Game 1 of Round 1 of the Risk World Cup. The elimination rounds have begun. We've already played one game. Let's take a look at how that game went a little earlier today. You can see here, let me swap over to how that game finished. We had a Group 3 game to start the day. It was won by Sweden in Troy, the same map we're about to play. Tobias Glimmerforce gets the 15. Ireland gets 5 for a bounty. Everybody else ends with 0. Central Europe, Canada 1, Germany 1, Netherlands 2. All end with 0. So they'll be in high pressure moving forward. Taking a look at our upcoming schedule for the Risk World Cup. We've had that game earlier today. The game we've got coming up right now is Game 1, Group 1 there you see with Eastern Asia, Venezuela, Saudi Arabia, Central America and the Caribbean, Canada 2, and USA 3 coming up here in just a couple minutes. Tomorrow, we've got Game 1 of Group 2 at 1400 UTC. And I get that off there. Oh, I guess that's supposed to be. Then we've got Group 4 at 1800 UTC, Group 5 at 20 UTC, and then Group 5's Game 2 at 2200 UTC. So a full game of Risk World Cup action tomorrow. But as for now, we are in Group 1, Game 1. You can see the players. Let me update the standings real quick on which standings we're looking at. I'm grabbing the stream for you guys, and then I'll introduce the players here. So we've got Eastern Asia, Venezuela, Saudi Arabia, Central America, and Caribbean, Canada 2, United States 3. Playing for Eastern Asia, we've got Steven Fujimori. For Venezuela, Carlos Risk. For Saudi Arabia, we've got Carpo. For Central America and the Caribbean, representing Costa Rica, Outcast 506. For Canada 2, we've got XX, Sir Chronicus XX. And for US 3, we've got Dog Sergeant 14. We are getting the map set up now. If you want more info and you want to keep up with the schedule and the standings as we go throughout the Risk World Cup, you can go to riskworldcup.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram, Risk World Cup, where we post the results of the games, and you guys can check out kind of where we're at in the tournament as we go. We are working on getting our final stream done. Make sure you got your predictions in here of who you think's going to win. We know all 6 players. We've got our stream we're jumping into, hopefully. Yeah, thanks to Carpo for streaming for us here. Hopefully Crackle will get them all playing in the right colors. Can do that real quick. About 50 where they listen to me. Try to get you to Carpo's stream. Oh, they're all going to start without the colors being updated, of course. All right, there's Carpo's stream. Looks good. There's see if we can get them to adjust colors. So far, pretty much none of them are right. So, Sir Chronicus follows. Carlos Risk is good. We'll need Dog Sergeant to go to blue. You can see Carpo popping through. Looks like Carpo listed as a master, Carlos Risk listed as a master, Dog Sergeant listed as an expert. Were the 3 we maybe saw there. And we're waiting on Steven Fujimori to join the lobby here. Should just be a moment away from kicking off Group 1 of Round 1. So the way these groups work for this round, the top 3 teams after all 3 games will move on. We'll also have 2 wild card positions, so the 2 highest scoring 4th place teams out of the 5 groups will also get to move on to our top 24 quarterfinals. So There are a couple of wildcard spots available in this round, but the top 3 will definitely move on. Hopefully we can get colors good here. Can Dog update his? Yeah, now Outcast is swapping to blue, which is the opposite of what we need. Team Fujimori got it. We've got Dog and Outcast swapped. We'll see if they figure that out or not. Oh yeah, I think we're getting the colors worked out, guys. Don't even worry. Mitch got his way. There's something to being OCD, I think. Works out for you sometimes. Oh, we were almost ready. I don't know why we jumped back out, but we were so close. Who jumped out? Dog Sergeant jumped out? Okay. Hopefully we'll get it set up here in just a second. And we should be good to go. Just a reminder for you guys here. The next matchup, my scoreboard a little. Next matchup, Group 2, Game 1, tomorrow at 1400. That's morning time here in the U.S., but you should definitely check it out. That'll be a Hot Buns broadcast, so you can check her out on Twitch, Hot Buns 1. Dog Sergeant just had his internet crash, so he'll be back in just a second. But that's Group 2, Game 1. That'll be our third game of Round 1, taking off tomorrow. So for Round 1, we've got 5 groups. 4 of them have 6 teams. 1 has 5 teams. The top 3 in each group move on automatically to quarterfinals. Then the top 2 fourth place finishing teams will move on to quarterfinals. If you're new to the World Cup scoring, it's 3 games. You get 10 points for winning. There's no other placement points. You get 5 points for your first bounty, 3 points for your second bounty, 1 point for each additional bounty. And those team scores add up through the 3 games. Top 3 move on, and others get eliminated. So that is where we're at today. We're starting with game 1 of 3. So game 1 of 3 is always going to be a progressive 70% game. We're playing in Troy. I'll take you through the bonuses. We saw earlier in the earlier game today on this map, we saw bonuses taken, we saw bonuses broken, and then we saw an early bounty run that turned into opening up the game for a bounty plus 70 by Tobias Glimmerforce. We had a little internet issue with Dog Sergeant. He is swapping to his hotspot currently. Again, we've got Outcast. He's playing representing the regional team of Central America and the Caribbean. He represents Costa Rica. Carpo representing Saudi Arabia. XX Chronicus representing Canada. Steven Fujimori, I think he represents Japan. Guess I got a second. I could look at it. Now's the time, right? Steven Fujimori, China, representing China. Carlos Risk, Venezuela. Dog Sergeant will be USA Team 3. Sir Chronic is actually representing Canada Team 2. So Canada has 2 teams in the tournament. I think their first team played earlier today, got no points. So they're going to be pushing pretty hard going into tomorrow. So see how that goes. Hopefully Dog Sergeant can get going here in the next 3 minutes. Hey, we got Dog Sergeant back. He'll just hopefully switch to blue. Hey, there we go. Everyone looks ready to go. This should be fun. A 70% in Troy as we kick off round one for Group 1. And these 6 players representing their 6 teams as the starting player for each of their 6 teams. They've all entrusted them with going and getting points to get them going. We're playing Troy, which is a super open map. The right side of the map is a little more blocked off with walls. The rest of the map is pretty completely open. So it'll be interesting to see how everyone plays that. Again, earlier today we saw people taking bonus and we saw people breaking bonuses. So hopefully we're all ready to go. Crackle, just gonna go ahead. Okay. Here we go. Everyone ready? A lot of pressure on these guys. Oh, we lost Dog Sergeant right at the start of the game. Oh no. Maybe we need a late swap or something here. Everyone getting very nervous. What's up, Andre Hedges? We're dealing with a little internet issue here for Dog Sergeant. May have to swap a different player in or something. Everyone getting very nervous that Dog Sergeant might bot out in the middle of this game. So Crackle asking Jolie if Jolie can play, if Dog's not available to play here. We're getting an obviously from Jolie and a very nice response. Of course, the time I wanted to start an early recording so that I cover all the standings and schedule because that was requested. We have our biggest delay, but that's okay. This is all just action. I'll give you guys a big wave in the YouTube video so you know that we're actually starting. You can just fast forward to the wave portion of it. How about that? Dog Sergeant says the code's not letting him in now. Andre, who you got in this one? Tournament's going good, Andre. Tournament's going good. We're getting to the intense part where we start knocking out teams this week, so it'll be good to see. It looks like we got Dog Sergeant back. And I think we're ready to get this one going. Group 1, Game 1 of Round 1. A lot of pressure on these guys, as I was saying. Their team counting on them to get these early points and put them in a good position heading into Game 2 and Game 3. This round, again, the top 3 teams from each group move on, and then we'll have 2 wildcard positions. The 2 highest scoring 4th place teams of the 5 groups will also get to move on to the quarterfinals. Not familiar with any of these wonderful people, yeah. Well, good. We've gotten to know a couple of them through it. Outcast is a big streamer on Twitch. Highly recommend you guys follow, especially if you speak Spanish. Outcast really good streaming and going through game strategy. And we saw Carpo play for the first time last week. We followed along with his perspective then, like we're getting to follow along this time. So it should be good. So you guys can see this is Troy. There's a giant horse in the middle but don't pay any attention to that, right? So just ignore the horse. That means nothing. Then you've got some walled off territories over on the right. There are some key archways that get you through in some areas and not through in some other areas. So a couple of kill guard positions. We saw one used, just not super effectively in the earlier game today. So we'll see if that happens again. Okay, so the easiest bonus on the map is what we saw Sir Chronicus in red take there for Canada 2. That is the temple bonus. That's a +2 right there in the middle of the map. The second easiest bonus, or maybe even easier, very similar, is the bonus we're seeing taken now by Dog Sergeant. He's taken the top right bonus, which is the something gate. Skayan Gate. It's a +2 also. So those are the two territory +2s on the map, both taken in the first two players' turns. Very interesting. Um, those were great handed to them bonuses early on that could potentially give them long-term advantage, especially if they can turn into a second bonus. Okay, we see an early move from Carlos Risk. He's working in a +3 there. It's a 4 territory for a +3. Now we get to see Outcast playing as white here. Again, what we expect to see on this map is everyone taking a bonus. Some people start pushing for 2 bonuses, maybe upsetting. We probably don't expect to see as much breaking as we saw in the earlier game, but we expect to see around that turn 7 or so, the game really open up. In terms of someone going for a bounty, someone making a 70% run. Uh, the strategy is really to use some blocking, making sure you take out some exteriors of people in different parts of the board. You want to be have the access to all the little pockets to get your ones, and you want to create some blocks. This is not the game really to build your one stack of troops to go run around the board. Probably you probably need a few different stacks to be able to go get different pockets of the map. Okay, so no bonus yet for Outcast, but he kind of lines up on a +5 there in the middle. He'd still have to get through that black 2 and that red 3. See what Stephen Fujimori does, representing China and the Eastern Asia regional team. He's got a 7 right above my head. He's going to work on this +3 in Southtown. He splits. Doesn't take it. Okay. Doesn't take the other one either. Ooh, do we see the 3 get rolled, or does he let the 3 out? I think Karpa lets the 3 out here. Yeah, he's just signaling it, and then he's going to move it out. And Yellow will be happy to move that out. Carlos will be happy to move that 3 out of there. He gets to save his 3 and move right into his bonus. That works out great for both of them. Yeah, you get the fist bump back from Carlos. Draconic has got the early bonus, so he starts working on a couple of external positions, which again I was saying are going to be key on this map. He hits a 1 because he wants to get some early footing down in this bottom bonus, but he moves a troop out of it because he wants to keep his bonus guarded. In the earlier game today, if you haven't seen it, go check it out on Hot Bun's Twitch VOD channel, on Hot Buns 1 on Twitch. But we saw the Irish player have that bottom bonus available, decides not to take it, decides to break instead of taking it, which was a really interesting move and caused all kinds of chaos in the game and the post-game conversation. So, Dog Sergeant also got the easy +2 handed to him early on, so he probably also adds to an external. Probably needs to move that 4 out, and maybe that's why he added to it. Yeah, so Carlos gets his bonus. He's going to move the 2 out. Harpo will get a second turn bonus. That's the +3 of rich housing there for Carlos that he's taking in yellow. Outcast has had everyone kind of move out of the bonus. So he's going to roll 6 on 2 and then on 1, then move the 4 down into the bonus likely? No. Okay, he doesn't go for the bonus. That's a +5. I think he had it with the 6 on 2 into the 1. He can move the stack in, but he was worried about people breaking him potentially. Dog has moved out of Stephen Fujimori's bonus here, so Stephen Fujimori will get the +3 of Southtown. Notice that right side of the map, it can play a really important part late in the game if you don't pay attention to it early. Some of these positions could be critical in terms of getting the 70 or kill guarding. There's some really good kill guarding positions up here, including where this white 2 is. You can really kill guard in this position, which could prove critical. We'll see if anyone uses it. Harpo does go ahead and take the bonus. Scholars +3. Sir Chronicus is just setting up a couple of exterior positions. Doesn't seem too serious about these bonuses. Just kind of slowly working on them. Already had the +2 early. Keeps pointing at black, which I don't think Steven will like. Steven is an expert in a one-on-one GM. This is the lower town bonus. Dog Sergeant going for rolls an 8 on 3. Needs good dice. Nope. Yellow's going to get it out of there. Okay. That's a +5 that he's working on around that water there in Lower Town. Carlos Risk moves the 4 out. Now there's some real value here for blue, green, and yellow, potentially getting out some of these exteriors of red, white, and black because they don't have the bonuses next to it, especially yellow and green. They could before you wanted to do that before you start seeing those ads like that. Outcast makes a smart move and adds in here. Okay, so Outcast does go ahead and take the +5. We'll see if everyone's cool with that. That would be the highest gainer on the board. Dog Sergeant potentially will take a +5 next turn. Just past halfway through turn 3 here. Fujimori builds a stack and puts it right next to Sir Chronicus up in the corner there in North Town. Interesting location to go with there. Harpo's got a stack on the right side, but he needs a stack position on the left side because all of his troops are concentrated on the right half of the map. So he splits his 3 and a 4 there. And maybe start splitting those into 2 positions. So Chronicus go ahead and take his bonus here. You can add the 3 split from it. No. He's playing conservatively. He's going to hit the 1 and roll back. He's putting a 9 stack up in the corner. He doesn't add to his 1 on the right side, which I think is interesting. I think he may want that position to be able to work in this pocket late game, but he doesn't seem interested in it, which we'll see how that plays out. Hey, thanks for the follow, Dozier, Butler, 69. Wow, we met our goal of 250. Thanks, Dozier. Appreciate having you. Dog Sergeant does take the +5 there in Lower Town. So that's the last player to get a bonus. Yep. No, Dog Sergeant already hit the +2 early on, so he's at +7 now. Be interesting if everyone's cool with that. There was another World Cup, Mitch. I don't know what that means, Landon. I don't know why it's in all caps. You seem exasperated. But you've really piqued my interest. I'm so curious. Okay, so Carlos kind of threatens the 4. There's not a real easy way for Outcast to get it out of there. He's going to have to go back through the yellow 1 and then through the black 1 to get that out of there. I thought there was another World Cup, not the finals. I don't know what you're talking about, Landon. Not another World Cup. This is the international portion of the competition. Outcast does get the stack out of there, so Carlos Risk may get that +4 of West Town next turn. Oh yeah. It hasn't restarted. Now we're to the international portion of the competition. Eastern Asia, Venezuela, Saudi Arabia, Central America, and the Caribbean, Canada, and USA here competing. Yeah, we're talking about the national qualifiers from before. Landon's familiar. He was there. Now it's the real deal. What do we like about these positions? So we're through turn 4 almost. Harpo has a very soft position on the left side. I can't believe they're leaving the 1 of Sir Chronicus on the right. I think that's a mistake. Hey, thanks for the subscription, Polaris Desu. Appreciate you. Team USA 1 still in it. USA 1 almost won their seeding round group to get the auto advance to quarterfinals, but they did not. So they'll be playing in this round. They've got games tomorrow. At the end of this, we'll go through the full schedule for tomorrow, but they'll be playing tomorrow. Okay, so Sir Chronicus kind of slowly takes that +4, now to +6. Ooh, he takes blue out of that top left portion. Interesting. So he hits Dog Sergeant. The Canadian hits the American in that top left corner, taking Dog Sergeant out of that corner, interestingly. You haven't had to play as an alternate? Well, that's good. We've had some alternates used for sure. There's still time. I think that's interesting. We see. Okay, so I think we see in retaliation, the dog's not connected to that Sir Chronicus 1 up in the right. He would have to go through the green one, which isn't a big deal. But it would be obvious what he's doing if he takes Sir Chronicus out the right side. No, it's not. Okay. So this is turn 5. So far we have no card skips. We'll see Carlos Risk for Venezuela will take the rest of this West Town bonus and get the +4 here to go with the +3 in the middle of the map to be a +7. Hey, Jolie, I don't think you can be in here if your team's playing right now. You're about to see some cards or something, so you probably can't be watching them. Okay, so Outcast adds to a couple positions. He is going with the big center stack with 2/5 exteriors. I like Outcast's position. I like these getting the +5 for a while to help him kind of recoup. Look at our troop count. It's really close before everyone trades in. We're really close in troop count, which is interesting. No defined fish at this point. Ah, okay. So maybe Sir Chronicus wasn't purposely taking Dog Sergeant out of the top left. Maybe he was getting out of the way for Stephen Fujimori to take that bonus. Stephen Fujimori now at a +7. Sir Chronicus at a +6. Carpo goes ahead and takes a little bit of Steve. He takes out Stephen and he takes out Sir Chronicus out of the right side. I think that was a smart move. I was curious when that would happen. So now they no longer have access to this area without going through these bonuses. Okay, so we see the small trade. No one trades early. No skip cards. So Sir Chronicus gets the 4 trade. They'll go up by 2 for each player. So Sir Chronicus 4, Dog Sergeant will get the 6, Carlos Risk will get the 8, Outcast will get the 10, Stephen Fujimori will get the 12, and the 15 will go to Carpo. Sir Chronicus just kind of looking like he wants to add kind of defensively, keeps that center position of the Trojan horse territory. We do have the center of the map blocked up a little bit, with potential for more blocking if they want to. But blocking left or right can be real valuable in this map. There's also an opportunity to hit this 1 and 2 of Stephen Fujimori here and keep him completely isolated on the left side of the map, which may look more like a feed. I don't know. I don't know if it's the right play. It's just a possible play. Okay, we see Dog block up the little bit of the map, the middle of the map a little bit more, but he moves back out of it. Yeah. Carlos Risk hits the 1. Does he hit the 2? No, he doesn't. He leaves Steve in that position. He also moves his stack further in to open up this kind of path through the middle here. Although this wall right here is not too bad. It's at least got some stacks blocking. Not a super easy run through the right side, which could help prevent an early 70 run from somebody. We've seen no breaking so far. We have a true kill guard here. Carlos Risk has a true kill guard. No need for Outcast add here. He can't do anything with that. So he's got a nice kill guard on him there. See an easy take there from Outcast. He moves the stack back in. All in one stack, which he's got the 10 here. He doesn't add to the 5. I think that's the smart move. But I think this could even be in 2 stacks. 2 edge stacks would be a little more useful potentially, but we'll see. Steven's going to hold on to this territory. No one took it out when they had the opportunity, and that's a really smart ad that he would like to have that position over here. My opinion, we're seeing a better played game than we saw earlier today, but obviously that's just a subjective opinion. But I like the way they're playing this one out. They seem a little more cognizant of preventing 70 runs or early bounty runs in the way they're playing it out. See what Carpo does. He's got the big trade. He's at 61 troops, so that's the troop lead. A 15 troop lead over Sir Chronicus. Probably not enough for a kill. Also, we're seeing some better use of kill guards, I think, here. Uh, Blue has kind of a partial kill guard on green, just kind of an annoying kill guard that you'd have to go all the way around to get to him. And they've got this blocked off pretty nicely. This wall could help a lot in terms of blocking off the map. Your run's really going to be an exterior run if you're doing a 70 run. It's going to look something like that. But not easy. Look at the territory count here. Yeah, 70 without Blizzard, all but 20. Usually the way this works is the cards on 3 could be used defensively here to kind of keep yourself alive. Once you get to 4 cards, people will be looking to trade and kill for a set in turn. So if you have a 3 that you can trade in early, it keeps you alive a little bit longer. Sir Chronicus does not trade. I think you guys can kind of see the ones path that I'm thinking. It's right through here. And then you break out to your exterior and you can go around this way. Oh, sorry. Or around this way, all the way here. So there is a nice path through the map. They're doing a good job blocking up the middle, but someone probably needs to prevent that exterior run at some point. We see no trade on the first 2 players. Both Sir Chronicus and Dog Sergeant hold their cards. Seeing pretty conservative plays, easy takes from everybody and moving back. Still have that kill guard on Outcast up here from Carlos Risk. Some real thinking going on here. We are in a 90-second turn timer, so you do have a little more time to think than a lot of us are used to in tournament play. So a little more time to think about how you want to play it out. A little more time to count territories. Okay, we see interesting Outcast adds behind the kill guard. And he's just trading cards here with Carlos. Everyone's going to be on 4 cards. Sir Chronicus now is thinking lining up a kill, but it's going to be tough. He's at 52 troops. The trades aren't that big yet. Everyone's still very strong, and the board's pretty blocked up. Okay, so we see an 11 move out here to an exterior position. That could help block up the board a little bit. Or it could be showing us maybe what Steven's thinking about going for his bounty. We see an early 70 run here. See, Carpo can use these ones. There is a 1 trail through the map. They left a little too much of that trail. 47. He's got this trail to work out. Could have hit another 1 there. Missed it. You can come all the way over here to the side. I don't think he's got it, guys. I think that is your classic failed 70. And, oh, he's going to roll a 4 on 16. This is unnecessary because he doesn't have it. He should be stopping. should be stopping for this. No need to slow roll down. If you're going to slow roll down, I guess you do roll down the players early in turn order, which he's doing, but he needs too much. He's got too much left to try to get. So it was blocked up well enough to prevent this, so it was probably a bad idea to make that run. It was definitely a bad idea to make that run. He didn't have it. So kudos to the players for blocking it up. Sir Chronicus gets the bounty on green, possibly. No, yeah, I mean he possibly could, but it'd be really, really tough. Still not an easy play here for Sir Chronicus. He's got a ton of time, but trying to find a bounty out of this is going to be tough. The 70 should be easy, but the bounty's tough. Got tons of time to plan out and map out here. Maybe not this much time. He does not have it. He's going to run out of time. I don't think he has it anyway. He didn't do a great pathing over here. Can Dog Sergeant make it happen here? Does he have a trade on 4? He does not have a trade on 4. That stings for Dog Sergeant. But was it too much hitting green there from Sir Chronicus? Does it feed Dog Sergeant green? He can get the kill on green, he wins. Ooh, it's so tight. No way he's going to get there with 4. But he can take the 19 up and over. Should be able to get the kill on green. Should be able to trade and should be able to win from that. Okay, so Dog Sergeant gets the kill on Carpo. That should be GG's. He's got 53. Does he go for another bounty or does he just go? No, he's just going for the 70 run. He's going for another bounty. It's going to be Sir Chronicus, but it doesn't trade him in turn. And he can't get it. He would have too much percentage. So he can't even get that bounty. Should have it easy. Hog Sergeant had all the technical issues earlier, so looks like the technical issues have been resolved. And Dog Sergeant gets the clean win here. Gets the clean win here for USA Team 3. Congrats to Dog Sergeant. Gets all 15 points in this one. The failed run by Carpo leads to opening up the board. Sir Chronicus not able to do it, which further opens up the board there to Dog Sergeant for the win. So let's see if we can get anybody in here for post game. And we'll see what everyone has to say about this one. I thought it was really well played, actually. I think the 70 run was Carpo getting a little nervous of if he would have another turn or not after that, potentially, was the issue there. Maybe we can get moved in. I think they're finishing up their team combos. Yeah, dogs are everybody just left. Harpo tried the 70, didn't work out, huh? So it just felt like that was kind of your only chance there.
Would have gotten it.
What about using your cards there just to kind of block it up a little bit?
I didn't have any cards to use, so but I was trying to block it, but there were too many paths to block. It was impossible.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Dog Sergeant, technical issues end up working out in your favor, huh?
Yeah, that was my internet suddenly just went kaput, and then I went to my hotspot and that wasn't working, and then my internet went back on and
Like
just
the
barely
worst
in
feeling.
time.
Yeah. Were you surprised by Carpo's 70 run there?
Was he green?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were all surprised by it. I was talking with the other two on the team, and I figured he was going for it because I saw how he split the 30 to 15s,
Mm-hmm.
and we were just like, yeah, I don't think he has enough troops for it unless he trades, and he didn't trade, and he didn't
Yeah,
have enough troops.
not having the trade made that nearly impossible, right?
Yeah, and then Red went for it, and
Did you
Red
think
didn't get
he had it?
green. We were worried at first, and then we just looked at the troops, and it was like, oh yeah, he clearly won't have enough left.
Did you think that Red had it when he was going for it?
Um, at first we were like, oh yeah, that's game immediately, and then he pathed really like not awesome in a couple parts and got some bad ice, and then he was just nowhere close all of a sudden.
Yeah,
It was like
he took a long time to
3-1.
try to path it out too, and kind of put some pressure on himself, I think.
Luckily, I've been practicing this map quite a bit. I finished a practice match like 10 minutes before this one
Do
started.
you think that helped when you're making your run?
Oh, definitely.
Definitely.
I was familiar with it. It was a huge help.
Sir Chronicus, what did you think there?
It was a close game. I think anybody could have ran away with it.
Yeah, having cards at the right time, and once Carpo makes the run, you just didn't have troops in the right spot, or what were your thoughts there?
Yeah, no, honestly, we were out the whole team listening, and
Yeah.
we underestimated the amount of troops. We had Black lined up. We were gonna
Oh, okay.
kill him and trade in, but then when we placed our troops, we're like, shit,
Not enough.
We're 8 short because we were broken. Both our bonuses were broken.
Ah, from the run.
Ooh.
Okay.
So we were eight short on our calculation, and we didn't think about it.
Sure.
If we took out Black and traded in again, we would have run the board.
Gotcha. So the plan was to go for Black, then you kind of saw that wasn't going to be possible, so you just ran what you could. Was that the?
Yeah,
the workout?
exactly.
Yeah, gotcha. Outcast,
Yeah.
what did you think about it all?
Yeah, we were thinking about the same lines, going for Black if it got
Okay.
to us. We didn't have the trade on 3, of course, but we did have a trade on 4.
Uh-huh.
So we were already planning the lines and whoever, but yeah, like Blue just got it.
Did any of you guys?
He got fed the kill, then the trade, and it was just game over.
Yeah. Did any of you guys have cards on 3 and hold them, or you guys just all didn't have cards on 3?
Yeah, no, we had cards on 3.
You had cards on 3? Okay.
I didn't.
Because we wanted.
I didn't even have cards on 4.
We wanted to have the one card and then kill somebody on 4 and trade in for
Yeah.
5.
Right. I was just curious if anyone was feeling, and you were low in troop count, Sir Chronicus, so I didn't know if you were confident enough no one was going to go for you there.
We weren't that low.
No, it was close. You just were the lowest at the time. But yeah, it was close. I was just curious if you were feeling nervous or not.
No, we were considering it, but then we were also first to trade in, and then
Yeah.
With our position, none of the bonuses had been broken yet, and
Right.
I didn't think anybody at that time was going to go after us, so we decided to hold until we had 4 cards, and
Gotcha.
that's when everybody went after everything anyway.
Gotcha. Were you guys surprised no bonuses were broken?
Not really.
Okay.
These
Not that
games
big.
tend to be very friendly.
Okay. That's what you're
and
expecting.
it's a big map as well. If it was a small map, for sure.
Yeah.
I want to make a note.
Sure.
Black made a split that irritated me when he pulled the 11 back. So
Where at?
before I made the run,
Okay.
he pulled his 11 back, so he blocked my path. So I had to take another path. I
He
was really
did.
annoyed
He
by
did
it.
move that there. I even mentioned it because I didn't know if he was moving it there to point at someone, like he was thinking that's where he was going for a kill. But yeah, I did mention it. I think he did move it there for a block, though. I think that was his
Yeah.
purpose,
Well played.
which is frustrating for you.
Well
obviously.
played. Yeah. Yeah.
Any other
Yeah, I don't
thoughts
know.
you guys have?
I don't know. Holding the cards on 3 depends on the position and everything, but these games go really fast.
Yeah.
So had I had the cards on 3, I would definitely have played it, even though we were like 4th position, I think.
Yeah.
It's just very risky.
Yeah, I mean the dream is, you get the 4 and you trade in, but that's easier when you're Sir Chronicus or Dog Sergeant who were first 2 in turn order. So they're, have less people in front of them that can do the 4 trade and kill.
Yeah, or
the
if
trade
you have
easily.
60 troops against 40 or something, and
Right,
like
right.
the trades are not
Right.
big enough for everyone to kill me or something, but depends on
Right,
where you
we
are.
were-
These games just go fast, like turn
Yeah.
6, 7, they're done.
The way we looked at it was yellow and black had 3 cards, right?
Yeah.
So if either of them didn't have a trade on 3, we're gonna go after them.
Right. You would have that option.
Take the bounty, take the trade, run it.
Yeah, whichever one was available.
Yeah.
Here's the real
The way it
question,
was
though.
for us,
Go ahead, Dog.
but the way it was for us, I just had crappy cards. I had like 4 dudes and a cavalry the first time, which would have been terrible and fixed. And
Yeah.
then I continued it with, so I was left with a dude, got a cavalry, got a dude, got a cavalry, and didn't have the trade on 4.
Oh,
So I'd pretty much
Nightmare.
just resign myself. All right, it's over.
Yeah, it's very
How can
rare
I
to
at
get
least
the
make
win without
myself
a trade on 4.
no. Our
unkillable?
trade
And then
our trade was the other way around. We had 4 dudes like you. Then we traded in, and then we had the 2 others, so we had a trade on 3.
Wow. That's a
Oh,
lot of
dang.
dudes. So my real question here, and I think this is a big question for this type of game, Carpo's in that last turn position, and I think Carpo's right. They're not getting another turn pretty much in any scenario here. Someone either fails a bounty, opens up the map, and makes the run, but you don't have the card trade. So is there a way to? I mean, is the strategy go for the 70 and just hope it works, or is the strategy try to block up in every spot that you can? What do you guys think?
I would look at the bounties first. If you had a kill, like those 5 points are.
Yeah, but definitely no
If-
bounty. I mean, that would have been an impossible bounty without a trade.
Yeah,
They were too close. Everyone was too close in troop count.
it depends on how close you think the run is.
Yeah.
But I would go for the run.
Yeah, I don't think it was a bad play. I think going for the run's probably the play. It was just going to be tough.
Yeah. But there was a point in time where it might be better to just stop because he was just feeding the kill to somebody
Yeah,
else.
the slow rolls probably turned into more of a feed at that point. But it did make sense. The slow rolls were on the early in troop order, right? So one of the slow rolls was on Dog, which could have affected the game. In
Yeah,
terms
but
of Dog's
he-
ability to run it.
He still needed
oh yeah.
2 or 3 territories when he was already slow rolling the 13. So even if he got the 13, he would not get the 70, right?
Right. But what I'm saying is him slow rolling Dog potentially reduces the chance of someone in turn order having enough troops to go get their 70, right? So that made it tougher on them. So there is some logic to it, but yeah, I agree. In general, stop once you know you can't get it. But
Green slow rolling me at the end could have really messed up the
Could have
kill
been a
on
game
him, but
changer,
luckily I
for
got
sure.
good dice.
Yeah, could have been a game changer for sure. Yeah, because you were close on that kill. It was not an easy kill. Really, what gave you the kill was Sir Chronicus's move.
It would definitely was. I wouldn't have had it otherwise.
If he doesn't go for that, there's no way you get the kill. He obviously can't know that you don't have cards. He's assuming you have cards on 4. But if he knew you didn't have cards on 4, he would play that differently to where you don't get the kill fed to you.
And I mean, it's only like a 80% chance to have him on 4, and I still didn't have it.
Right. Yeah, I think you got to play assuming they've got the cards on 4. But yeah, it can happen. You guys got anything else?
I don't know why Harlow's calling me out in chat here.
What did he say?
Well, the guys are talking about pulling the 11 back.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Apparently that's my fault now.
To pull the 11 back?
The black pulling the 11
I thought
back.
the pulling the 11 back was well played.
Yeah, I think it made sense. I didn't know if he was lining up something, but then it was pretty clear it was a block because there were a bunch of ones around that exterior. So it made sense for sure.
I just don't know why he's saying it was because of me.
Because
I
you,
was
Sir Chronicus, you messed it all up.
Well, I took him out, 2 rounds in the
Okay.
last round. He said he was going to come after me, so
No, I think he's thinking. I think he's thinking that was you, but you were red. I think he's just
I'm
got the
red.
color mixed up. Yeah, I think Carlos just got the color mixed up.
Because I was
Because I
black
think you
last
guys
round.
played as black. Yeah, last round. Yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, no, he was joking when he said he was coming after us.
Gotcha. All right, guys, you feel good about your team's positions? You just put them all in?
No, not at all.
No.
I'm feeling great about
Yeah,
our
Dog
position.
Sergeant feels great. I did my job.
Like-
I got the only points. Everyone else is at 0. You guys better not screw this up.
We're pretty much guaranteed to move on unless someone gets like
A bunch of
3
bounties.
kills and then 2 kills,
Yeah, they would have to get 2 bounties in each of the games, right? Because that'd give
and
them
it'd have to
16.
be without winning also.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's we're pretty certain to move
Pretty
on.
unlikely. Yeah, you've done about all you can do. And no one getting any points is really the key there. And so
The last
we'll
game
see how it goes.
I-
The other piece of that also, Dog Sergeant, is the highest place fourth place, or the highest scoring fourth place team also gets through in this round. So even if some weird
Oh, they
situation
do?
happen where 15, yeah, we have 2 wildcard spots for the quarterfinals. So even in that
Oh.
crazy scenario, you guys would probably be the highest scoring fourth place team. So you can tell your teammates you're welcome. You did all the work.
Jolie was very relieved.
Yeah, that's good. Takes all the pressure off them, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Pressure's on everybody else. So we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for playing. Thanks for your guys'
Cool.
time.
See you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
See you.
All right, that's a wrap on round 1, group 1, game 1. Dog Sergeant, the only one with points there for USA 3 with 15. They will have the lead and feel very confident going into game 2 and game 3 in this group. The other 5 teams will feel the pressure mounting. The positive is no one else got points. They'll all feel good about that. You can see our next game up there is Group 2, Game 1. That'll be with Hot Buns tomorrow at 1400 UTC. I'm going to go through the schedule for tomorrow real quick before we head out. We just finished up our day 1, so the second line here. Games for tomorrow, we've got a 1400 UTC with Hot Buns. Speedster will be doing the 1800 UTC game. I'll be back on tomorrow at 20 UTC and Open Tanyao will be at 22 UTC tomorrow. We've got 4 games, awesome World Cup action. If you want to keep up with the standings and the scores, you can go to riskworldcup.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at riskworldcup and Instagram at riskworldcup. We'd love to have you following along. Please like and subscribe and follow if you've liked this coverage, because that is what you can do to help support what we're doing here. Make sure you're following and subscribing all these awesome broadcasters, putting in their time and effort, trying to get more exposure to the game of Risk worldwide, getting people playing in all parts of the world. That's why we're doing the Risk World Cup 2023. I appreciate you guys checking us out. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm at Mitch on Risk, streaming live on Twitch and posting on YouTube. Until next time, may your dice be nice. See you guys.